Hey y'all, welcome back to Rolling Pin Recipes. I've got a few dishes I need to put away, but our cabinets are really tall, so I have to get on the stool. I've got a pound of ground beef going in, and we're going to cook this, and I will use half of it for lasagna tonight. It's not completely homemade. We are using Prego meat sauce, but it's going to be absolutely delicious. This is how my husband likes to have it and how he had it growing up. Quick and easy meal, y'all. We need to get this family fed. Alright, y'all, this meat, I'm going to turn it off. It's getting browned up and it's cooked. Now, I'm going to set half of this aside. I've got a little dish here. I'm going to see if I can split this. A pound of ground beef is not that much. My husband likes a lot of meat on a lot of stuff, but spaghetti and stuff, he likes a sauce. So we've got a nice layer there, about half a pound of ground beef. Nice way to stretch your meat. I'm going to put this burner on to boil that water for my noodles. This meat is pretty lean. I'm going to pour in some of this Prego tomato sauce. Meat flavor. Smells pretty good. Got about a little less than half. Not exactly sure how much to put. That's about half, about 22 ounces. Probably need more than that. Scrape some of that fond and crispy meat off. Oh man, splashing. We love cooking in cast iron over here, but sometimes this pot is just better. It's hard to cook a tomato sauce in it, I've found, because it burns to the bottom very easily if I'm putting my pot on of spaghetti sauce for a slow simmer. You want it to turn kind of rusty in color. I cut the heat on this burner. Just gonna cover it back up. Turn the heat on for a minute on very low, and we'll let this water come up to a boil. Should already had it on. Put it on as low as I can go. And we're going to mix up this ricotta, slice the mozzarella. This is a 32-ounce ricotta. I'm gonna try to do about, oh my goodness, I'm gonna try to do about a cup of it. It's just a little piece, and my stove is pretty clean. It's probably a little over a cup, but that's okay. Looks delicious. I'm gonna grab an egg, mix that in with this. Just mix that in. This is very simple, family friendly, easy, budget friendly. The cheeses are a bit expensive, but it's really not that bad, especially making it at home. The sauce is maybe $1 or $2 more than if I made it from sauce and seasonings. Just waiting for this to come up. Let me stir this, and I'll probably cut the heat on here. Oh yeah, it's not even burnt or simmering. Turn that up a little bit. Keep it going. Alright y'all, I'm gonna cut up some of this fresh mozzarella. I never really grew up with this either. Could have grabbed a longer knife, but this is okay. Just going to slice it in half. I think we're gonna slice it this way. Fairly thin. 5 cheeses, y'all. Very cheesy. Turns out delicious. I made homemade noodles last time. I made lasagna last year sometime. I made my homemade noodles way too thin, and it was not good. So I made lasagna, and we did not want to eat it. The noodles were not good. It's very disappointing, but it happens, y'all. Can't win them all. Not all of them are gonna be winners. This needs more sauce. Want a little more. If I don't use all this in the lasagna, I can eat it on spaghetti, or I can put it in the freezer for meal prep. Just cook up some noodles and have this on the noodles. It's a lot better. I just leave it in there, so I don't know why I shake it off. I'll probably slice up this second one as well, because I'm gonna put it in that pan. This is an 8-ounce chunk. Just gonna slice it because if we want to eat this later, it'll already be sliced. Perfect. This would be good on pizza too. I've never tried it. Like a basil, mozzarella, tomato. I don't know. Never had it. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna boil these noodles. Not all the way, because they'll bake in the dish as well. And we'll assemble. I'm gonna salt this water and put the noodles in. One box's noodles were pretty good and not broken as much. The last box I had was basically destroyed. Basically, it was spaghetti once it was boiled. So I have a couple little chunks and 2 broken pieces, but that's it, besides minor nicks. So we're gonna boil these probably for 5 minutes. I'll check them and we'll see what happens. I don't want them to be mush or overcooked. All right, y'all. I poured the rest of the sauce in there and I've got a couple ounces left. I'm gonna pour it in this pan. I didn't grease it or anything. I'll get all this sauce out soon. This has to bake, so I want it in the oven. We're hungry. I'm gonna spread this out as best as I can. We don't get too exotic with lasagna or anything really. My husband's a simple guy. Simple things, y'all. Beautiful. There we go. Now we're gonna put some noodles. I did them for like 5 minutes. Can kind of rip it with my nail, but not a bunch. We're just gonna lay these noodles in here. All right, y'all, it's getting hot in here, so we are going to assemble this. I put the rest of that in there. I rinsed my noodles off when they came out, and they're like floppy and, oh boy. Do I have a half ski? Okay. We want as many noodles as we can fit in this thing. Kind of sucks to cut these up because they were pretty good, but it is what it is, y'all. Look at that. I want this thing covered, y'all. Okay. Ricotta. Some people love a ton of ricotta on their lasagna. Some people don't. Wondering if I need to put more ricotta in here. I might need to. I might need to boil the rest of them noodles too. If you're having like an Italian red sauce dish, what do you guys prefer? Lasagna is amazing. It's just a little more ingredients like the ricotta. I don't think that's necessary. Or there's like spaghetti meatballs, chicken parm, and there's so many different noodles. I love spaghetti. Spaghetti with meat sauce and spaghetti noodles, angel or regular. So good, so good. All right, we're gonna go in with this fresh mozz every once in a while. It's gonna melt and spread. 6 little things there. Now we're gonna go in with sauce and try not to make a fat mess. Meat sauce. I'm used to doing just the shredded mozzarella, not this like fresh stuff. Kind of want to keep these layers separate. So good. Look at that, y'all. Looks good. And I want to get all these noodles covered in sauce because they're not completely done. Some people are obsessed with like a pink sauce. I don't know. I think I'd rather have one or the other. Alfredo or lasagna or spaghetti. Some people prefer a thicker noodle like a lasagna or a fettuccine. I don't know. The spaghetti and angel hair are really good. And we don't like the penne and stuff too much. Now this is parm, asiago, and romano. Gonna have some nice salt to it, so that's gonna be awesome. Just keep that open. I might crack some black pepper on here too. We love pepper. More noodles. I'm gonna stick with the same pattern. So excited. My family's so excited. Perfect. We're just gonna go in with that. Well, do I have enough? Let me see. I can boil more noodles, but I don't really want to. That's one layer there. We should be fine. My husband, he's a noodle head. He loves pasta. Ricotta makes sense because the ricotta is way easier to spread on these noodles like this. And the meat sauce is not as difficult as this. This might actually be the perfect amount. This is my mother-in-law's recipe. I'm lacking noodle up there. I haven't had lasagna in a long time. Like I said, the one I made last year, it was not good. You need these noodles to be thick, and mine were like paper thin, y'all. Whoops. You gotta learn. Trial and error. He's laughing in there, y'all. He's dying in there. Killing me. Alright, y'all. Put a ton of this cheese on there. It's juicing all over. Meat sauce. All in them edges, too. Y'all, we love cooking. We love making homemade food. It's just so fun, delicious, cheaper. You get to spend time at home with those you love. And then when everybody is just so happy and loves the food, it's just so fun. It's just fun. Brings people together, y'all. We gotta eat. Just gonna put a little more on there because I just think it needs more. Now what? Parm. Losing track of these layers. The cheese is pretty salty and that Prego sauce is kind of sweet, so kind of should level out. Now I have lost track of where my noodles are. Pickles. I think this should be the straight side because yes, the ripples are on one side. The long end. noodly, and that one fits perfect. Beautiful. Now what? Ricotta. Just the texture of this stuff, it's so smooth and beautiful. I'd love to learn how to make all these cheeses and milk products and dairy products, but at this moment in time, it's not in the cards right now. So we're working with what we got, y'all. Beautiful. Look at that. Mozz. And some sauce. We're gonna bake this in the oven, I believe at 350, covered with some tin foil. I'm actually not exactly sure which layer you're supposed to end on with this fresh mozzarella. Probably mozzarella. So delicious. Some people put zucchini in their lasagna. My husband is not here for that. I think it's good. Whoops. Just gonna kind of push this down so I know those noodles are in some sauce. Okay, I have 2 noodles, so we're gonna do like a mini layer with a couple little pieces. Get my silicone spatula, throw it on there. It's a lot of layers, but honestly it's not that difficult, y'all. It's not difficult, just a little time consuming. Not bad. Now, I think I'm gonna put a little sauce on these noodles here. All right, y'all, this looks amazing. I'm just gonna finish it with a couple pieces of mozz. It'll get a little browned, should at least, in our new oven. It's amazing, y'all. We love it. Couple little pieces here and there. And I used most of that cheese, really. All right, y'all, there we have it. I didn't use all of it, but most of it. Shoot, I might have forgotten this a couple times too. Now my thing's sliding. She's sliding. This looks incredible, y'all. All right, y'all, here we have it. Let's bake it up. Need to wrap it. The tail end of my tin foil, hallelujah, because it is beat. Try to get it nice and tight. Also, with regular, not even with oven ready noodles, do you pre-cook your noodles or do you just throw them in? All right, she's in there, y'all. Cook it up and I'm gonna clean up and do like the 4 dishes. Not bad at all. That's why you don't put the cheese on top. All right, y'all, here it is out of the oven. It looks absolutely incredible. You just want to let it cool off for at least 10 minutes and the bread is almost done. All right, y'all, before that bread finishes, we want it crispy but not like a cracker. I'm going to cut a piece out. Sets up beautifully. There's lots of layers, lots of noodle. Lots of cheese, so delicious. Top it with a little bit of that parmesan, romano, asiago. All right, y'all, this bread is hotter than a firecracker. I'm gonna scoot that over, cut into these. Nice. Set that one aside. Jiminy, y'all. It's so hot. Leave that one. So hot, y'all. So hot. My fingers are very tender right now. Tender fingers. Like tender toe. The bread's definitely shorter than I thought, but it's a difference between Italian and French. Now, get us a fat piece of this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and again, let me know what your favorite red sauce dish is. Do you prefer to make a lasagna? Do you prefer spaghetti? Do you not like them much at all? It's not really square because one is smaller. No big deal. As long as I can cut a decent piece. Gorgeous. Seems to be a little thinner, but that's definitely okay. All right, y'all. Serve this up with some garlic bread, and you are in business. Struggle with these tops. And top it with some of that Parm Asiago. There you have it, y'all. Bon appetit. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment what you think. Give this video a like. Subscribe for more. And share with your friends and family. We appreciate y'all a ton and hope you guys have a fabulous day with those you love. Doing the things you love and eating the things you love. We appreciate y'all a ton. Have a great night, y'all. Bon appetit. Thanks for watching.